Hello, my name is Chris and I'm a U-Haul hitch professional. Installing a hitch on your Kia Telluride can lead to some amazing adventures, such as biking, camping, or road trips to your favorite destination. You can even tow a U-Haul trailer just about anywhere in North America. Now let's take a look at how to complete this Curt Hitch installation. You'll need the following tools or supplies to complete this installation. Begin with your cargo hatch open so you can use the vehicle's jacking equipment to lower the spare tire. The spare tire does not need to be removed, but I'm going to just to get it out of my way. Next, lower your underbody panel. Remove 3 trim clips with a flathead screwdriver. Remove 2 plastic fasteners using a 14mm socket and an extension. You will need to pull down gently on the panel while you loosen them. Next up will be to temporarily lower the exhaust. First, let's support it with a strap. Use exhaust hanger pliers or a flathead screwdriver to remove 3 rubber isolators. Isolator number 2 is behind the passenger rear tire. Isolator number 3 is near the exhaust tip, and you will want to use a flathead screwdriver because it has 2 studs. You are now ready to trim the fascia to be able to raise the hitch into position. However, through the years and trim differences of the Telluride, these cuts can vary. So let's take a look at how to check the cut you need to make. I will be using the U-Haul exclusive hitch jack to raise my hitch into position. If you do not have one, I would recommend you get a second set of hands. Align the hitch between the vehicle's frame, but farther forward to allow it into position. This allows us to use a wax crayon to mark the receiver location. My trim, the cut does not line up with the instructions, which is why the aforementioned steps for checking the cutting is always the best process if possible. We have now marked out our 3 1/4 inch wide on center and 3 1/8 deep cut. Always check the area to be trimmed to make sure there are no cords or components that you may damage. Now cut out the prescribed area using your cutting tool of choice. I always prefer an air saw if you have one. Use a metal file to straighten up any cuts you do not like and remove the frayed plastic from the saw. Now re-raise the hitch into position. You may notice with your Telluride, as we have with our newer Telluride, that some fascia trim brackets are impeding the hitch from being pulled fully rearward. Just a slight pull on the fascia gets them out of the way, and we can line the hitch holes. We can now begin installing hardware. Begin with your longer M12 bolts. There are 4 M12 hex nuts, and there will be 8 1/2-inch conical tooth washers. Do not confuse these with the 4 7/16 that are for the other hardware. There will be 1 conical tooth washer with the teeth facing up on each bolt for the bolt head. As well, there will be another washer, teeth facing the hitch, that will match up with the hex nut. Now place the M12 bolt through the hitch to the outside of the vehicle. Now install an M10 bolt with a 7/16 conical tooth washer. Again, teeth facing the hitch. Now repeat for the other side. On the passenger side, the heat shield can often impede the pass-through bolt from going through. You just need to press up on the heat shield, give it a little dimple to give you some clearance, or perhaps bang on the bolt a little. can now tighten and torque our hardware to the manufacturer's specifications. I will link them in the description below. For the driver's side, we'll use a 19mm socket for the bolts and a 13/16 wrench for the nuts. Because of the tight clearance for the torque wrench, I am using a short extension to create a little bit of angle. You may or may not need to do this. For ease of access on the passenger side, I have switched to a 19mm wrench for the hex head and a 13/16 socket for the hex nut. Now switch your torque wrench to the lower setting and the 17mm socket and finish your remaining vertical hardware. Now return the exhaust to the 3 rubber isolators. I do this in the same order that I removed it. Don't forget to remove your exhaust strap. Return your underbody panel by pressing the plastic fasteners into position. Lastly, raise your spare tire back into position. Now that our hitch is installed, we pulled the vehicle onto level ground to show you some important measurements. This is a 2-inch hitch receiver. From the pinhole to the end of the bumper is 4 inches. From the ground to the top of the inside of the receiver is 15¼ inches. These measurements will help you determine the necessary length, rise, or drop of your hitch accessories like a ball mount, bike rack, or cargo carrier. If you have any questions about the products seen in this video, or if you'd like to schedule an installation with your local U-Haul hitch professional, please visit us online at uhaulhitches.com. You can also download the U-Haul app using the link in the description for even more ways to manage your hitch and towing needs.